Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm going to be making this card using some more of that living coral for 2019's Pantone Color of the Year. If you've missed some of the other cards that I've done and other projects that I've done using that living coral, make sure to check up in the iCards. I will link to them over there, but for now let's go ahead and put this card together. I almost forgot to tell you what the holiday of today is, and it's National Gourmet Coffee Day. So if you're a coffee drinker, go enjoy that gourmet coffee. So for today's card, I'm going to be using the Heffy Doodle stamps. This is the Dino Time stamp set. I don't know why I can never speak English the moment I hit that record button. I love Heffy Doodle stamps because a lot of times a lot of stamp companies will go too cutesy with things. I think this is just the right amount of cutesy, so I'm going to use that stamp set, and of course the dies that coordinate with the stamp set. We'll break all of these apart once we get to that part. And I'm going to be using the Distress Oxide in Abandoned Coral. I've put some 110-pound solar white cardstock from Nina. I'm also going to be using some Memento Tuxedo black ink. Wow, I really can't talk today. To stamp this stamp out with. Because it is Copic friendly, and I'll be using my Copics to color in my image. Now these are brand new stamps, and typically whenever you have a brand new stamp, you just want to kind of condition it. I think I've said this a million times on here, but I'll say it again. Whenever you get a new stamp set, try to condition it by basically just working it on your hand or palm or wrist.
That's what she said.
I'm making sure to use the clear side of my Tim Holtz stamp platform, and I'm just going to take my hand and the wrist area here and rub it on my stamp. Now since I'm using it in my stamp platform, it allows me to try it again if I wasn't to get a good impression the first time, which I think my Tuxedo black ink here on my stamp pad is a little dry. It's not as juicy as it has been in the past. Not a horrible job the first time. I'm actually a little surprised that it did as well as it did, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it again just to make sure we're getting the most dark and crisp image that we can, really applying pressure there. Okay, so that worked well. Let me get this all cleaned up and we'll start coloring. So I'm going to use 3 Copics to color in this image today. I have G05 Emerald Green, G28 Ocean Green, and Y15 Cadmium Yellow. Those are going to be the colors that I work with today, and I'll just do some light coloring. It's not going to be anything crazy, especially because this image isn't very large. It's just going to be something to put down some color. Okay, now that I've gotten that all colored up, and looks like I have a few mistakes on there, but I think I have a way to fix those in a moment. Let's go ahead and get the die set all ready to go. Today, since I'm only using this cute little dinosaur's image, that's the only one I'm going to be cutting out, because I'm not exactly ready to put this into its stamp pockets yet. But as soon as I have a moment, I will do so, and I'll cut out the rest of these dies. So that way they don't get lost. Pop them off the thing here. If you ever get new dies and you don't know how to take them apart, you're just going to bend them back and forth on these little tabs until they break, or I would highly recommend investing in these little snipper thingies, majiggers. I don't know their official name, but all you have to do is just kind of poke them into the spot and then trim, and you can pop them out more easily that way. Now for this, I've grabbed an extra sheet of paper. This is just a piece of scrap paper, and I want to try to get this circle somewhat centered, but it's not a big deal. This is just going to be a mask, so that way I can mask off the rest of the card and not get it all inky. So this will just be a little paper mask that I use for that. And I think I forgot to mention these circles are from, these circle dies are from Simon Says Stamp. If you've been with me on my channel for a while, I use them pretty frequently. Alright, I'm gonna set my die cut off to the side. I'm gonna bring over my card layer here, and I pretty much want it centered. Let me find the side of the cardstock that doesn't have stuff on it. Pretty much want it centered into the center, and so, you know, if it's a little off kilter, that seems about par for the course with me, so if that ends up happening, it's not a huge deal. But I think I want it somewhere about there, so I'm going to take some purple tape, just apply that right there, and a little bit over here as well, just to hold it down. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is grab my Distress Oxide and Abandoned Coral, which, as I've said many times prior, is the same color as this year's Pantone Color of the Year. So Abandoned Coral matches up with Living Coral from Pantone. This is a brand new sponge, so I'm having to season it quite well and get it all inked up and ready to go. And basically, I'm going to go in with a heavy hand on the bottom side and then lighten it up as I go across the surface of the page. So I was trying to do a little bit of softness up at the top, and that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it. I'm going to try and stay heavy-handed down here at the bottom. See if I can get a little more variation in it. So there's my circle. Didn't quite exactly work out the way I wanted it to, but I think it's going to be okay for today's project. Alright, I've adhered my stamps to the door, and now I'm going to use my Versamark ink this time to ink up my sentiments and get it all stamped out. Last but definitely very much not least, there's this itty bitty, you're not even going to be able to see this on camera. It is so incredibly tiny, but it's a small little heart. And I'm just going to put it onto, if it'll stop sticking to my fingers, I'm going to stick it onto this Get Better Soon. I'm going to stick it right above there. Somewhere along the way there, my camera decided to shut off, so I just used some StazOn Cherry Pink ink to stamp a very tiny little heart onto the beginning of the Get Better Soon. Alright, let's bring this whole card together. Most of it's pretty simple, but I do want to add a little bit of foam tape onto the back of my dinosaur dude and pop him up a little bit, add a little dimension. Getting used to that idea of using foam tape more often. Stick it right about there, and then a little piece behind his head. Alright, there we go, guys. A cute little card for someone who needs a little cheering up when they're not feeling so well. I just now realized that I forgot to clean up that green that somehow escaped from the lines. Well, I know how it escaped because I went over the lines by accident. But honestly, it isn't that distracting and it's kind of hard to notice, so I think that's why I forgot to fix it, and we're just gonna go with it. So remember guys, even though you are your worst critic, the person that's receiving the card is going to be the one that is going to be absolutely enamored by your work, so don't be so hard on yourself, and remember that it's okay. It's okay not to be perfect. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And also, if you would, hit that bell icon. It'll benefit you because you'll get notifications every time I post a new video or go live. Also guys, check me out over on my social media links. Those are all listed down in the description below. They include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more. Make sure to go check out all of those great places and get social with me. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's video. Remember, normal is just a setting on the dryer. Bye!